When somebody would join my school, I would give them the promise of 3 benefits. And these are the 3 benefits that all of us give. 1, fitness, you'll get in good shape. 2, self-discipline and self-confidence. Certainly martial arts is great for that. And 3, self-defense. Now, if you think about it, we don't have the market cornered on these benefits. Fitness, you can get fitness anywhere, especially now post-COVID. The online training world is massive, so we don't have that cornered by any stretch. We do have the advantage of making our fitness a lot more interesting in most cases than most training systems. But that gap is closing very quickly as fitness trainers become more creative and incorporate a lot of what we do into their workouts. So we don't have that cornered and we're losing that edge. Self-discipline and confidence. I tell you what, the PGA has a great life skills program built into their golf training for kids. It's called the First Tee program. My son went through it, it was great. They would teach them every time they went to class to learn how to putt, chip, drive, and play golf. It always started with a life lesson, integrity, honesty. These are all really important because in golf, you're your own referee. You've got to call your own fouls. So honesty and integrity is huge, plus the discipline and benefits of practice. So we don't have the market cornered on discipline by any stretch. Ballet schools do a great job as well. Chess schools where you go in there and you learn to play chess. Guitar schools, anything where you can gain competence will increase your confidence. We don't have that cornered. However, number 3, self-defense. Without debating the efficacy of martial arts for self-defense, generally speaking, when someone says you need to learn self-defense, or they think I need to learn self-defense, the first thing they think about is joining a martial arts school. So that's the real kicker right there. That's the one that we've got to make sure we're really strong in order to maintain our students and live up to the promise. So when somebody joined my school, I did just like Walt Bone did. I taught them front stance and turn and walk. Then I taught them this is a defense against a front kick to the groin. First thing you do is you take your arm, cross it up here. Then you cross this down. Now, you don't want your arms to lay on your body, you want them off so you're strong. And then we're going to use that front stance I just taught you. Bend your knees, turn your hip, step out, and now turn your hip really hard, throw the block, and then ki really loud for power. You got to hit this leg really hard. Every time you hit a leg with a block, it should break that leg. Now, aim your punch, step forward, and throw a punch. And then we get down to the mirror. All right, now we need to turn around. Take this hand, put it on your shoulder. Other hand, please. Step around, turn around, and then you go down all the way to here, and then turn around again. So downward block, defense against a front kick to the groin. So we finish class, and the guy goes home to his wife. Honey, I just learned how to defend against a front kick to the groin. Ready? Kick me. You can only see how that's going to work. That's not going to work. So what happened was, as white belts, we would build all the training on these traditional blocks. So they learn the blocks for a few weeks, and then they teach their first form using those blocks. Ooh, this is an imaginary fight scene. Of course, I had complete buy-in. I believed that. And then when they made orange belt, they get their safety gear, and they start to spar. Has this ever happened to you before? You're in the mall, and you see a student that you haven't seen in the school for a while, and she knows that you see her, so she's got to talk to you. Hi, Mr. Graydon. Sally, nice to see you. We sure miss you in class. Oh, Mr. Graydon, I got so busy at work and school. And bye, Mr. Graydon. If you could pull out your smartphone and open the Mind Reader app, it would tell you she's thinking she'll never trust you again. She made orange belt. You put her up against a guy who punched her in the nose. She had no idea what to do. Her eyes started watering, and she knew at that point, it's done. She's not coming back. She will never trust you again. Whoa, whoa. Now, I've had those conversations, but I never had the app until I really thought about it later.